Are you doing this voluntarily, or did
No,
the president?
I'm doing it. Everything I do is voluntarily. Please, don't even imply that.
I know that I can, 'cause I know who I am. Since the day I was born, I am Nyghtstorm. I know that I can, 'cause I know who I am. Since the day I was born, I am Nyghtstorm.
Concerned right now with the flu in this country.
A lot of people are concerned about the coronavirus because they're hearing a lot of news about it right now. But the reality is, comparing it to the flu, for example, it's not even close to being at that stage.
What if it is worse? Is this a moment where maybe countries put politics aside, a little bit of pride aside, and do we have U.S. officials? Should U.S. professionals such as yourself get involved?
How worried should Americans be about coronavirus?
Coronavirus is not going to cause a major issue in the United States.
Well, we've asked them to accelerate whatever they're doing in terms of a vaccine.
We will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days.
To unleash the full power of the federal government in this effort today, I am officially declaring a national emergency. Medicare patients can now visit any doctor by phone or video conference at no additional cost.
The first 1 million masks will be available immediately.
As there were more cases, and it was clear that it was spreading out of China, where it originated, the president took this move that he was widely criticized for by Democrats and even some Republicans at the time, which was he halted a number of flights from China into the U.S. The idea was to halt the spread of the disease, keep transmissions to a minimum. He was accused of xenophobia. He was accused of making a racist move. At the end of the day, it was probably effective because it did actually take a pretty aggressive measure against the spread of the virus.
His team is on it. They've been responsive late at night, early in the morning, and they've thus far been doing everything that they can do, and I want to say thank you, and I want to say that I appreciate it.
He returns calls, he reaches out, he's been proactive. We got that Mercy ship down here in Los Angeles. That was directly because he sent it down here. 2,000 medical units came to the state of California, these FMS, these field medical stations, and that's been very, very helpful.
The president has been outstanding through all this. The vice president's been outstanding. Members of the coronavirus task force, very responsive.
We had asked if we could have, New Jersey could have access to a piece of the beds that are on the USNS Comfort, and the president came back, called me a short few minutes before I walked in here to say indeed they would grant that to New Jersey. So that's a big step for us in addition to all the other capacity. That news is literally hot off the press, and I thank the president and vice president who are on the call together.
President Trump approved Arizona's request for a presidential major disaster declaration. I want to thank the president for a quick turnaround. We requested this on a Wednesday, and we had approval by Saturday morning. And we are grateful to the administration for their continued support and responsiveness.
Well, first of all, I want to thank the president and the vice president for doing a really good job of communicating with all the governors.
Bravo. 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 Excellent move by the president. They can't deny it. And if I could just be a fly on the wall in all of these studios with the media and all of their executives, seeing their boom heads explode, because it was crazy. And the faces on the reporters, the activists in the place with Trump, they were so upset. Like, how dare you? How dare you use our own words against us? How dare you show the American people the truth? We have had these folks hoodwinked for 50 years. How dare you not be a puppet for us and move the way we want you to move?
In the midterms.
Here we go.
If you don't mind, Mr. President, that this caravan was an invasion. As you know, Mr. President,
I consider it to be an invasion.
As you know, Mr. President, caravan was not an invasion. It's a group of migrants moving up from Central America towards the border with the U.S.
Thank you for telling me that. I appreciate it.
Why did you characterize it as such?
Because I consider it an invasion. You and I have a difference of opinion.
But do you think that you demonized immigrants in
Not
this
at all.
election
No, not
to
at
try
all.
to keep?
I want them to come into the country, but they have to come in legally. You know, they have to come in, Jim, through a process. I want it to be a process, and I want people to come in, and we need the people.
Your campaign.
Wait. You know why we need the people, don't you? Because we have hundreds of companies moving in. We need the people.
They're hundreds of miles away, though. They're hundreds and hundreds of miles away. That's not
think
an
you
invasion.
should, honestly, you know
miles
what?
away. That's
I
not
think
an
you
invasion.
should, honestly, I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN.
All right.
And if you did it well, your ratings
Let
would
me
be
ask,
much better.
if I may ask one other question, Mr. President.
That's
I was going to ask one of the other folks.
That's enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr. President,
that's enough.
Mr. President, I had one other
Peter,
question,
let's
if
go.
I may ask, on the Russia investigation. Are you concerned that you may have?
I'm not concerned
indictments-
about anything with
that you
the
may have
Russian
indictments coming down?
investigation because it's a hoax. That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation?
Mr. President.
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN. Go ahead.
I think that's unfair.
You're a very rude person. The way you treat Sarah Huckabee is horrible. And the way you treat other people are horrible. You shouldn't treat people that way. Go ahead. Go ahead, Peter, go ahead.
In Jim's defense, I've traveled with him and watched him. He's a diligent reporter who busts his
Well, I'm
butt
not a
like the
big
rest
fan
of
of
us.
yours either, so
I understand.
to be honest.
So let me ask you a question if I can. You repeatedly
You aren't the best.
Mr. President, you repeatedly, over the course of
Okay, just sit down, please. Well, when you report fake news, when you report fake news, which CNN does a lot, you are the enemy of the people. Go ahead.
First of all, how dare you beat Hillary in 2016, and how dare you stand up to us, and because you know we have our own narrative and our own agenda of what we want to present to the people. And how dare you use what we say to tell the truth about us. Let's get serious for a second. President Trump was talking about a few weeks ago that we could possibly have up to 200,000 deaths in this country. And right now, we're around 22,000. Now, if you do the math, 22,000 versus 200,000, that's 178,000 lives that have been spared because of the hard work of the administration and everybody doing their part. Does the media want to talk about that? No, they do not want to talk about the lives spared. They just want to fight Trump. That's all they want to do. These people are not reporters. These people are not interested in sharing the facts with the American people. They are only interested in taking down a duly elected president. And this is sad. Why does the media want to sit here and destroy the leader of the country that they live in when he's doing everything he can to save lives? This is a time for unity, people. Not a time to try to destroy a president because of politics, because your broken candidate lost. She lost. Get over it. If you actually want to start reporting the truth, report the truth about your next candidate who got stuff going on with him. How Me Too wants to cover everything up. How you guys want to cover everything up. Report the facts. It's a reason why, and I'm getting hot. It's a reason why the media scores 44% of the approval rating in this country. People do not trust you. And I want to say Thank God for all the people that I do know working in the media who are trying to tell their bosses, trying to tell these anchors, we need to stop with the madness. Let's just report the truth. Let's get the truth out there to the people. Let's report the news. Let's not make the news. But no, they don't want to do that. They just want to destroy a president or anybody that supports the president or anybody doing anything that says, I love America, I love God, and I love people. They hate it. And if they hate that, then they hate you. If you stood opposed to them, if they will do this to a billionaire president, what do you think they do to you? They do it every day, all the time, destroying people. And it was beautiful to see just a little retribution come back against them. But I say it ain't over. It ain't over. It ain't over. Continue to pray for our president because they don't want that. They don't want God touching that man. They don't want God to lead that man because they hate God. But that's okay. We love God. We support our president. We love this country and we love the people living in it. And I say, God bless you. I want you to keep on moving, keep on fighting, stay safe. And let's continue to move forward for the betterment of our country, for the betterment of people, and to ignore the lies of this mainstream media controlled by the Democrat Party in Hollywood. Enough is enough. Thank you for watching my videos, my content. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for sharing my videos. I appreciate you because anybody that speaks against them is automatically censored, and I've been censored to HE double hockey sticks and beyond. But I won't stop. I won't shut up. And I'm going to keep on going just like I'm sweating. But I do it because I love you. I do it because the truth needs to be out there. And the truth shall set all of us free. So take care. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Mwah.